You look around the room, and before anyone says a word, you already know who you need to be. You've always been good at that. You thought it was empathy. You thought it was just being easy to love. But there's a difference between reading a room and disappearing into it. There's a specific sound. It's the ice shifting in your glass at a party where you don't know anyone, and you're already scanning the room, calibrating. Someone makes a dry joke, and your laugh comes out a little faster, a little higher than your actual laugh, because that's what this room needs. Someone to laugh first, to make the joker feel clever. You do it without thinking. You've done it so many times you barely notice the micro-flinch in your own chest anymore, that tiny signal from the person you used to be, saying asterisk that wasn't your laugh. Asterisk, but you're already on to the next person, figuring out what version of you will keep this conversation safe, keep these people liking you, keep you from being the one who doesn't fit. You're not being fake, you're being asterisk necessary. Asterisk, that's the story you tell yourself. The problem is, the version of you that walked through the front door an hour ago has already been put away somewhere, and you're not sure you remember where you left her. You probably got good at this very young. Maybe it was a parent whose mood shifted like weather, and you learned to read the barometric pressure in their shoulders before they even spoke. You'd walk into the kitchen and feel it, the tightness, the silence that wasn't empty but asterisk charged asterisk, and you'd adjust. You'd be quieter, you'd be funnier. You'd bring them a cup of tea without being asked. You were trying to steer the storm, not because you were being thoughtful. When you're a kid, you need the world to feel safe. If it doesn't, your brain doesn't just say asterisk, oh well. Asterisk, it says asterisk, fix it. Asterisk, so you learn to read every micro-expression. You learned which jokes landed and which topics were landmines. You learned that your own needs, if voiced, would either be ignored or make things worse, so you buried them. Every time you did, something quiet happened. You got a little better at being someone else and a little worse at knowing who you actually were. It worked. It kept things calm, but the cost was invisible. You started to believe your value wasn't in who you were, but in what you could provide for others. A listening ear, a perfect mood match, a version of yourself that never asked for anything. That's the trade you made. You made it so young, you thought it was just who you were. Let me take you deeper into one specific beat of that childhood scenario, because it's not just about a parent's mood. Think about the dinner table. You're maybe 7, maybe 9. Your mother just got home from work, and you hear the way she drops her keys, too hard, too fast. You're in the living room, and you don't even look up from your homework yet, but your body already knows. Your shoulders tighten. Your mind starts rehearsing. She walks in, and you see her jaw is set. You don't know if it's her boss, or traffic, or something your dad said. It doesn't matter. You know the rule, do not add to the load. So you stand up, ask if she wants you to set the table. She says yes, short and clipped, and you move fast. No clattering the plates, no asking about dinner. You make yourself small and helpful, a little shadow that anticipates every step. Then maybe she softens a fraction. Maybe she says thank you in a voice that's still tired but no longer sharp. And you feel it, relief, a tiny flood of it. You did it, you steered the storm. But here's the beat I want you to sit with. Later that night, you're in your room, and you realize you never asked her how her day was. Not because you didn't care, because you didn't want to know. Because knowing meant feeling responsible, so you shut that door in your own mind. You learned that curiosity about others is a tool for survival, not connection, and that's the rub. You became brilliant at reading people, but you also learned to stop reading yourself. Your own feelings became background noise, important only insofar as they could help you predict and manage someone else's. You didn't just bury your needs, you buried the map to them. Then consider a second beat a little later. Maybe you're 12 and you have a friend going through something hard, parents divorcing, a pet dying, something big. You become their confidant, you listen for hours, you offer exactly the right words. They tell you you're the best friend they've ever had. Part of you glows. But another part, the part you don't examine, notices something. You're exhausted. You've given them everything, and they haven't asked you a single question about your day. You don't mention it, because that would make it about you, and you've learned that making it about you is dangerous. So you keep being their rock, they keep leaning. The relationship works, but only because you are performing a function. You start to notice a pattern in your friendships. You are the therapist, the listener, the one who gives advice and never needs any back. You feel proud of that role. It gives you identity. But it also means you never have to be seen. You can hide inside your usefulness. Be the friend who's always there, and never the friend who shows up messy and needing a hug. The trade is so quiet you don't even hear it. You're trading intimacy for indispensability. Years later, you realize the people who love you most don't know the first thing about what you actually want. There's a name for this mechanism. In psychology, it's called the Fawn response. You've probably heard of fight, flight, or freeze. Those are the 3 Fs everyone knows. But there's a fourth, fawn. And it doesn't look like survival at all. It looks like warmth. It looks like being the peacemaker, the helper, the one who anticipates every need before it's spoken. But here's what it actually is. A survival strategy that activates when you're in a relationship with someone dangerous, unpredictable, or powerful, and your brain calculates that fighting, fleeing, or freezing won't work. So instead, you appease. You become what they need. You mirror their energy. You soothe them before they even get upset. Your nervous system learns that safety comes from merging with the other person, dissolving the boundary between you and them. The problem is, your nervous system doesn't have a good off switch. Once it learns the pattern, it starts applying it everywhere. To friends, to coworkers, to romantic partners who are perfectly safe. You don't need to fawn anymore, but your body doesn't know that, so you keep doing it. You keep losing yourself in every room, every conversation, every relationship. You're not doing it on purpose. It's just that back then, that habit saved your life. And your brain doesn't take chances with things that kept you alive. Let me add a second way of understanding this mechanism from the inside, not just the textbook. When you fawn, your brain hijacks your social attachment system, the very system that's supposed to make you feel close and connected, and turns it into a threat detection tool. Think of it this way: normally, when you're with someone you trust, your nervous system can relax, your heart rate settles, your voice drops into its natural register, you can say the wrong thing and not panic. But with a chronic fawn response, there is no relaxed state. Every interaction is a risk assessment. You're constantly scanning for the first sign of disapproval, a shift in posture, a pause that's a millisecond too long, a frown that wasn't there before. The moment you detect it, your body goes into automatic appeasement mode. You don't choose it. It happens before your conscious mind even registers the shift. It's like a reflex. And the exhausting part is that you never get to experience connection where you can just be. You're always performing safety maintenance. In attachment theory, this has a name: preoccupied attachment or anxious attachment, when it's oriented towards seeking reassurance. But the fawn response is a specific flavor, one where the reassurance seeking looks like self-erasure. You're not asking, "Do you still love me?" You're making sure they never have a reason to stop. You're fixing problems that don't exist yet. Your brain thinks it's working because the relationship isn't ending, but the relationship also isn't alive, it's managed. So what was that pattern actually protecting you from? Not just conflict. A specific terror, the fear that if you showed your real self, messy, needing, imperfect, you would be rejected. Not just disliked, rejected, left. Abandoned, because somewhere along the way, you learned that love is conditional. That your place in someone's life depends on what you give, not who you are. The fawn response isn't just about keeping the peace. It's about securing your attachment to people, making sure they need you so much they can't leave you. The reframe that changes everything is this: what you've been calling being easy to love is actually being hard to leave. Those are not the same thing. One is about connection, the other is about control. And the exhausting part, the part that keeps you up at night wondering why you feel hollow even when everyone likes you, is that control isn't satisfying. It's exhausting. You're not actually in the relationship. You're managing it. You're the host, not the guest. You're making sure everyone else has a good time, and you haven't even checked if you're enjoying yourself. The thing you've been protecting with all this shape-shifting is not your safety. It's a story that says you are only lovable if you are useful. That story is older than you are, and it is not true. But believing it is the thing that has kept you small. So what do you actually do about this? 2 things. First, the next time you're in a conversation and you feel yourself starting to shape-shift, matching someone's tone, laughing too fast, stop. Physically stop, take a breath. Ask yourself one question. What do I actually feel right now? Not what you should feel, not what would be easiest to feel. What is actually in your body? Bored, anxious, interested, or maybe nothing at all, just a blank numbness, because you've been turning yourself off for so long you've forgotten how to check the signal. That numbness is information. It's the feeling of having abandoned yourself. Just noticing it without trying to fix it is your first act of returning home. Second, try a small experiment with someone you trust. The next time they ask what you want, where to eat, what movie to watch, which plan sounds better, resist giving the answer you think they want. Pause, say something real, even if it's small. Even if it's asterisk honestly, I'm not sure yet, let me think for a second. Asterisk, that hesitation is radical. That hesitation is the boundary. You're taking up space in the decision. You're letting them wait for you. It will feel selfish. It will feel dangerous. But this is how you practice. Not in big moments of saying asterisk no asterisk to something huge, but in tiny moments of saying asterisk yes asterisk to yourself when it would be easier to just blend. I want to offer a third step, because the first two are about noticing and asserting, but there's another layer that's often missed. The third step is about grief. You need to let yourself feel the loss of the self you never got to be. There is a version of you that didn't have to learn to read storms. A version that got to be messy and loud and wrong and still felt safe. That version didn't get to exist, and that is a real loss. In quiet moments, you might suddenly get hit with a wave of sadness for the child who learned to shrink. Let that sadness come. Don't narrate it, don't justify it, don't explain it away. Just let it be there. A huge part of the Fawn response is a refusal to feel how much it cost you. You kept moving, kept performing, kept being useful, partly because stopping to feel the weight of it felt like it would break you. But it won't. Grieving the self you never got to be is not a step backward. It's the moment you stop pretending the cost didn't matter. When you stop pretending, you stop needing to armor yourself against the pain. That armor was the fawning, and you can start to put it down. Over time, the people who only wanted the version of you that never asked for anything will drift away. That's not a loss. That's the room clearing out for the people who want the actual you, the one with preferences, with edges, who takes up space, the one who doesn't have to disappear to be loved. You thought you were just good at reading people, and you are, but that gift has been a trap. While you were busy making sure everyone else felt seen, you made sure you were never truly seen at all. The person who becomes whoever the room needs never quite gets to find out who they actually are. And that's the loss you've been carrying without knowing it. But you don't have to be the one who disappears for everyone else to stay. You can be real and still be wanted. You can be yourself and still be safe. If this feels like looking in a mirror, you'll find more of yourself here on Epiphania. We dig into stuff like this every week. And I'd love to know, drop a comment and tell me, do you notice yourself shape-shifting in relationships, or is it your partner or friend who does it? Liking this video helps it reach someone who needs to hear it. And if you want more like this, subscribe. I'm here every week.